I'll have to come in here at 5.
Yeah.
You want me to put it?
You are all set, sir.
Okay, thank you, James. I'd like to call to order Anna Reynolds Project, Anna Reynolds School Project Building Committee. It is August 18th. It is 5:20. Jeff, could you do the roll call, please?
Yes, members are also signify their presence when their name is called. Councilor Camillo. Councilor Rada.
Here.
Ms. Drazad.
Here.
Ms. Parati.
Here.
Ms. Dugan.
Here.
Mr. Wetzel.
Here.
Mr. Woods.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you, Jeff. Next item is public participation. I don't think we have anybody, correct?
Correct. No one online.
Okay. So our next item is take action on prior meeting minutes, which we have one, August 3rd. So I entertain a motion that we approve. Oh, August 4th. I'm sorry. It's Thursday, not Wednesday. Yep. Approve the minutes as written.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes as written.
Thank you, Carol. And a second?
Second.
Second by Kim. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Take action on invoices. Jeff, do you have some invoices for us?
Yes, I do. There are 6 invoices for the committee's consideration. There's Newfield invoice number 2 for construction for $1,122,274.48. There are 3 invoices from Castle Booze Associates, one for the turtle sweeps, one for their regular invoice, and one for the electrical conduit. Those 3 invoices total $10,087.12. There's an invoice for Innovative Engineering Services, your commissioning agent, $3,419 even. And there's one for Tri-State Materials Testing, which is your materials testing and special inspections firm, $1,662 even. The 6 invoices total $1,137,442.60. And they have all been reviewed by the owner's project manager.
Okay, does anybody have any questions on any of those? Again, they're all within our budget, and some of them, while we have a budget, like the one that's right still up on the screen, the special inspections, those are just called for, and it's the owner's responsibility to pay for them as they're done. So if no one has any questions, I would entertain a motion to accept these invoices.
Make a motion to accept the invoices.
Second.
Thank you, Carol. And a second by Amy? Kim? Who said it? Somebody?
Danielle did, but you did, Amy, we said it at the same time.
All right.
You
Danielle.
can take it, this one.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Is there anyone opposed? Okay, the motion passes unanimously. Thank you. Next item is architect's update. Jennifer,
Hi, good evening.
you got a lot going on out there.
There is a lot going on, but we talked a little before this meeting, Eileen and Tom and I and Rich. So I'm not going to step on everybody's toes there. We all have similar things to report in some fashion. So I did want it known to the committee that I also review the application for payment, any application for payment that comes in from Newfield and all the supporting documentation. That's also Castle Booze's responsibility to sign off on those. So that was something that we've done in this past month. Review that. Continue to review potential change orders, which most were value management type items. Somebody else is going to go over those. But we are required to review and sign off on those as well, and recommend them for approval. So I just want you to know that we've been doing that. Our recent activity has been similar. The times that we've met, met with you and reported to the building committee. You know, we're continuing to review submittals from the contractors to make sure products are okay. We continue on-site field visits to see the progress and bring up any concerns if there are any to Newfield to relay to any particular trade contractor. There's requests for information from contractors that we continue to review and answer. And there's meetings each week related to certain, you know, hot issues at the time. So KBA is still involved in those meetings with the owner, with the construction manager, and with the owner's project manager. We are still finalizing the furniture. We know what furniture needs to be in each room. We've got a pretty good handle on what's going to be new and existing at this point. The information is being put into how the state wants it eventually when we do go to them for review. And when we put that information into this format, it's going to help us verify that we are on track with our budget. And we think we are there, but we need to finalize putting some of that information in. I do anticipate that we will have a more concrete update on the furniture at our next meeting in September. And we plan to bring to the committee probably October, I think it might be October 6th, your first October meeting, the furniture package that would go to the state for review. We would need sign off from the building committee chairperson, superintendent, and Board of Ed to bring this furniture package to the state for their review before any purchase orders could happen and things like that. So at that point in time, early October, we're going to have all the actual documentation that needs to go to the state, which would include an estimate, pictures identifying every piece of furniture, how many there are, what the cost of each piece is, all of that, and how each item is accessible, handicapped accessible. So that package we are anticipating early October meeting. But in September, we will report to you more on the specifics, how we got there, what furniture we are proceeding with as being used versus new. So you have an understanding of what the concept is that's going to the state. And that's it for the moment. But if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Yeah. Thank you, Jennifer. Anybody have any questions for Jennifer? Hearing none, we're going to move on then to owner's project manager update. Eileen.
Hi, everyone. So our update here is that all the temp room spaces were complete as of last weekend. The cleaning crew was in Monday and Tuesday, along with the janitorial staff, getting all the classrooms ready for the teachers. Technology is up and running. The moving company was also on site Monday and Tuesday, moving all the boxes and FF&E back into the classrooms. So now the gym and the cafeteria where we had everything stored, those are empty. The janitorial staff is currently on site and helping the teachers to collect boxes and move items. We also had the traffic flow meeting, and on Wednesday, Dean came over with a bus. So the bus route traffic flow has been tested and confirmed yesterday. We're looking good there. And the administrative and C wing are now going to remain under construction as well until Christmas break. And I am going to share the screen for the budget. I did send that out to everyone. Hang on.
It say it was stuck. Okay. Go ahead, hit share.
All right. So there's not much that's changed on the budget, just the 8 invoices that have come in. So the money on construction has slightly changed. KBA, so the architectural design fees and the reimbursable expenses. We've had some testing fees. And then I think environment has come in as well. And some move fees. Construction, we're still on track and on budget. We don't have any current change orders. We do have some PCOs, which we would like to review. Jennifer and I have reviewed them with Newfield and approved them. So I'm gonna turn this over now to Rich for the construction manager's update, and he's gonna run through the proposed change orders.
Okay, thank you, Eileen.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Rich.
Afternoon. So up on the screen here, you can see is our proposed change orders log that we have in this package for today's meeting. 13 PCOs that we have, 6 of these are value management items, and value management items were included in the GMP for Newfield's overall budget. So those are not necessarily that's hence the reason there's $0 value on here, but those were value management items that were taken out post bid of some contractors packages. So we're essentially replenishing the owner's contingencies with those dollar values for the value management items. PCOs number 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 10 have all been related to construction activities, aside from 2. Have all been related to construction activities in the field. We've had some adds and some credits here, as you can see. We can go through some more details on each of these if anybody has questions, but I know these have gone. Steve has seen them, as well as Eileen and Jennifer. So I'll open up if anyone has any specific questions on any of these PCOs they would like to go into further.
Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, could
Yep, go ahead, Amy.
could you just explain what number 2 is? That seems to be the largest dollar amount. Looks to be in our favor, but just yeah, explain what happened with that.
So the metal panels scope of work, that's a credit from the general trades contractor. That was actually something that was done through the design phase. So Jennifer, I don't know if you want to explain that one a little bit, where that credit value came from, but that was before I was involved in the project.
I'll try, and I hope I can be clear, clear and concise. Originally, when the project was put out to bid, the metal panel scope of work, which had a value of the $457,000, was actually a part of the general trades contract. So that's one of the trade contractors on the project, and their bid included doing the metal panels. There were some concerns during a scope review. After we get bids, we go through a scope review. Well, Newfield does, and KBA is present as well, and Eileen too. We go through scope reviews with each of the contractors that bid and ask questions, make sure they understood the documents, make sure they're carrying appropriate things. And there began to be some concerns about what the general trades contractor was carrying for the metal panel scope of work. And there were discussions about it. Maybe it's best that we also found out we were way over budget when we got the first initial bids in, that we needed to cut a lot. We thought it made sense that there were so many changes related to metal wall panels that we would take that part out of the general trade contractor's scope of work. So this is the general trade contractor saying, okay, we're not gonna do that part for you. It was worth $457,000, so you get this credit back. And Newfield gave that portion of work with various value management changes to another. It was another bid package that was done. I don't know, Rich, if we know, or it might be too confusing to get into what that other bid package was and the value of it, but it was really pulling out the scope of work from the general trades contractor. And that's why we're seeing a credit. There still are metal panels on the project. And they are done by a different trade contractor. I don't have a value offhand of what that was, but there was value management involved. It's a really complicated issue or answer. So I don't know. If I'm
Yeah, that definitely helps. I'm just curious though, just want to make sure the metal panels are included elsewhere in the budget, and we're not going to see like an additional 457,000 come at some point as a debit. Yeah.
Right. That's a very good question. Yes, they are already incorporated in the GMP through another trade contractor. You are not going to see an ad down the road because we didn't already purchase that from somebody else. So
Okay.
So it's already included. You won't see an ad in the future to do metal panels. It's already been accounted for.
That's excellent. Thank you. Thank you for the explanation.
I tried. It's complicated.
Anyone else? Any other questions for Jennifer on this? No. Rich, do you have anything else?
That should be it for the PCOs. If there's no more questions, I can move on to the construction update and the current conditions of the site. So starting here, this is the lower level of the building. This is behind the gym underneath the kitchen area. And we're running our underground conduits for the main electrical service coming into the building, as well as some floor drain and storm and sanitary drainage piping is going under slab. So you can see here, we've got the slabs cut out, and we are actually in the process now of backfilling these slabs. So these, as you can see here, we're backfilling around the PBC under slab, and we're getting ready to pour that concrete slab back in place. Sometime next week, middle of next week, we'll be doing that work. And that'll allow us to get the boiler pads in place and the boilers in place so that they're running for this fall with a September 30th start date is our milestone scheduled date. This is just actually outside of the boiler room. Inside the courtyard, we have the elevator foundations are completed. They're being waterproofed and backfilled now, and there'll be masonry walls will be continued up through this lower level up to the first floor to connect this EF wing back to the A wing, where there's currently a staircase. There'll also now be an elevator available. Here's the front of the building. This is the main entrance in. You can see door C, which is the door on the far right, is taken for construction area. There's a partition wall. There'll be another picture you'll be able to see that shows what the inside of this lobby now looks like. But we've put this fence up. This is separating our construction area from students and staff from being able to just walk in. So you can also see here we've put some temp asphalt on the left side going into the cafeteria, as well as temp mulchings over the site work that we've disturbed in this first phase. This is a look going facing north onto Reservoir Road. We've got the binder course of asphalt down, which is the first 3 inches. Your total asphalt there is going to be 5 inches thick, but for this phase of the project, we're only including the binder course. So we're put the binder course down, and you can park on it. It's got all of the temp line striping down, which is based on the permanent line striping plan. So all these parking spots are available, and they've this week been turned over for use by faculty as they move in the building as of yesterday. And you can see here we've got some more temp mulch down as well in landscape areas. Inside the building, the wall that you see in front of you is going down the middle of the lobby now. This was not there last year. So we've installed this wall to separate our construction zone from the rest of the students. This wall's insulated and it is has a 1 hour fire rating on it. So it's smoke separation as well as a fire barrier between our construction zone and the rest of the school. So you can see here we've got exit signs up ahead overhead. We've also added a few more exit signs into the lobby as well. So everyone is aware of where this exit is. Not much has changed in this area aside from the 3 doors down to 2 as far as your egress routing is concerned. And we walked yesterday with the fire marshal and the building inspector, as well as Jason Smith, the principal, and Eileen to go over egress routing and any concerns he had. So we had a few minor concerns that were brought up in that meeting. Some of them will be taken care of by construction. I know a few others are with the school facilities to just finish up some cleanup work and removing some furniture from the hallways, and then everything should be ready to open up the building to the students. So as a final check on Monday, we're going to have the fire marshal. He'll be back on site. He's going to check these few things were completed, and he's going to just do a few tests of the fire alarm on Monday as well to make sure everything is functional and operational. That is really all we've got going right now. We're just really pulling back to the construction area, which is the A and C wing, and we're continuing to just do some final touch-ups on the site work side so we get out of the way for any student traffic coming in next week. That's about all I've got.
Okay. Before we move on, Rich, do we need to make a formal approval of those PCOs 1 through 13 tonight? Do you want that?
Yes, we can do that. I know, I believe how we have it set up right now for signature would be Jeff's signature is the one remaining. Steve you've initialed these, and Eileen has as well.
Yes, you will need to take formal action.
Yeah. All right. So I'll entertain a motion that we accept PCOs 1 through 13 as presented tonight from the construction manager for approval.
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
Seconded by Mike Camillo. Any questions on that? I should have done this before we moved on. I apologize, but at least I remembered.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Is there anyone opposed? No. Okay, motion passes unanimous. All right. Thank you, Rich.
Thank you.
Jeff, any other business pertinent to the committee? We lose Jeff in witness protection.
Just the microphone.
Oh.
Still muted, Jeff.
Yeah, your meetings in September are on the 1st and the 15th.
Yep. I'm just looking at it. So mark your calendars, the 1st and the 15th. Hopefully everybody can make it. With Zoom, it does make it a little bit more convenient to make these meetings a little easier to do it. Dr. Brummett, I see you have your hand up.
Thank you, Chairman Woods. I wanted to let everyone on the call know that tomorrow, Channel 3 is coming to Anna Reynolds to do a spotlight on the renovation and interview some teachers about how they're reacting to the where we're at in the construction and back to school kinds of things. So I thought that'd be nice press for the progress that's being made on the building.
Yeah, that's nice. Carol.
Yeah, I just want to say that I was in today helping a new teacher get her classroom ready. And it's really impressive how much has been done in the short time from school got out until now. And I don't know how it's going to happen, but the teachers will get everything ready by the first day of school. They're unpacking boxes and they're doing an amazing job. So if you see any of the teachers at Anna Reynolds, just give them a little pat on the back because they're working so hard to get that their classrooms ready and everything ready for the new students.
Okay, Carol, thank you. Amy?
Thank you. Yeah, I just want to say that this is awesome progress. I think it's amazing that everything just, stayed on target and is completed for the beginning of school. So I wanted to just extend my thanks and gratitude for all of the hard work that everyone's been doing. And also just a question maybe for Dr. Brummett, but is there going to be a, parent informational email or whatever about the traffic pattern changes or any of the site work that's being done or has been done at the school just ahead of
Yes,
the beginning of school
Jason
year?
will be communicating that out as soon as everything is in play. I know he's been consulting with Mike Morgan and trying to make sure that everything is clear before we communicate it out.
Yes.
But yes, that's a very good question.
Okay. And yeah, it's good to hear the bus test also was successful too. So good to know and look forward to the beginning of the school year.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Anyone else? Moves us to public participation, which again, we have no.
Nobody
public
with.
listening in. They think we're boring, I guess, which is good, I guess. Comments by members? Anyone? Kind of just had some. I will, I'm gonna expand maybe on Amy's and Carol's because stopping up there on a regular basis, it is not as smooth on a day-to-day basis as these meetings go. I can attest to that. They spend a lot of hours up there between the design team and the construction team. But you know what, they get it done. And it's nice to see that they work through, any issues that come up, they work together as a team to solve them. And we're still, on budget and on schedule. So those are great things. And I hope we can keep saying that for another 24 months. With that, a motion to adjourn.
Make a
Anyone?
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, motion by Amy.
Second,
All those in favor signify by saying aye,
aye.
Aye.
and no one's opposed, right?
Nope.
Okay, see you all September 1st. Thank you very much.
Steve,
Thank you.
James, thank you.
and Steve,
Yes,
there's a huge chance September 1st I will not be available.
okay.
It's my first week of school and I never.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get
Okay.
it. Yeah, no
Thanks.
problem. Okay.